friends, Rosanna here with Nest of Petals. Thank you so much for joining me today on FlossTube number 3. I'm super excited for you to be here. If you are coming back, thank you so much for being here. And if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you love everything that I'm sharing cross-stitch. I also have a passion for other crafts. I will be sharing some of those at the end of the video today, and I hope you tune in for that part. So I do have a slight agenda because I want to make sure I don't forget anything, because I do have a couple of things I want to talk about today. But the first thing I want to do is I want to give a shout out to Olivia at the Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. So she recently gave me a shout out on her latest video. So thank you so much, Olivia, for the love. She is also working on Halloween at Hollyberry by Stacy Dash. I'll be sharing that one in a little bit. That's one of my whips. And she is almost done. And I'm a little jealous because I love it so much. I'm actually thinking of making it a focal piece. Maybe trying to get it done before Halloween so we can kind of have that hung up somewhere in our home to share the Halloween spirit. So thank you so much, Olivia. Truly appreciate your love and your kindness. Let's see. So today I'm going to be talking about, I have 2 finishes, and the other things are works in progress. I have a good amount of haul. Get ready for this one. And it's kind of like someone said, I think on my first floss tube, if you get into Blackbird, it's like you're digging yourself in a hole because you want to do like all Blackbird stuff. Well, this this one is all this one specific designer, and I am obsessed. So you'll see that in a little bit. But let's get started. I'm actually going to share my whips, and then I'm going to share my 2 finishes and talk about one of them in particular, and then we'll go over my haul, and then we'll talk about a couple of other things at the end. So let's get started. All right, let me go to my notes. Let's talk about my early days. So this one's going to be Plum Street Sampler, and I love this one. And I'm using the called for DMCs on this one. And I'm doing it on 40 count, Picture This Plus, fabric is Heartland. And since the last time I saw you guys, I continued all the way down here on the border. So pretty close where the border ends here and then it connects to the grass. So this is where I'm at on this. All right. The next one is This I Known. If you guys remember, I added my black sheep whose name is Baba Black Sheep. And sorry for my trailing threads, guys. I like to have them out there instead of like stopping and restarting a new strand of floss. So this one's 40 count cream Zwagart. I believe I'm pronouncing that properly now. So what I did since the last time is I did fill in the grass. I filled in the entire house below, and I did This I Know. So I actually got a lot on this one done. I feel like it's starting to come along. It's so cute. I love this one. And I love the little black sheep right there. He's so handsome. So that's one thing I love about crafting, and within specific cross stitch, you can make it your own with changing like the different colors or adding, you know, like spicing it up. I think that's really fun. So that's This I Know from Plum Street Sampler. All right, the next one, you guys, I am so close to a finish on this, and in all honesty, I would have had this one finished, but I've made, in the last 2 weeks since my last video, I've made like 4 mistakes on This I Know by Blackbird Design. So I don't know why I kept, I would start it and just go to town and not pay attention to what I was doing. So like one thing I did different was, let me show you what I have. Like the peacock, I thought the peacock, its feathers and its back, its tail feathers, I thought they were all the same color. They weren't all the same color, so I had to take that out. And I actually still need to take out the smear-in stitch inside of the peacock. I need to take that out because the inside is not the correct color. So I had all of these, this color, which wasn't correct. So I had to fix that. The other thing I did was I stitched this bird incorrectly, so it made these 2 off. So then I had to take this one and this one off and redo those. So that was another mistake. And then the last one I did is I started here and it wasn't counting properly, and come to find out I never finished the grass on the house over here. Like I was missing 3 stitches at the very bottom, which threw this off. So I made a lot of boo-boos, but it's okay. I got them all fixed, with the exception of taking the smear-in, I think that's how you pronounce it, the smear-in stitch out of that one, which that's not going to be difficult. But look how close, you guys. This one, I'm gonna have this as a focal. I've been doing this one 2 strands of floss every day. And I've made tons of progress since the last time I seen you guys on this one, even with the mistakes. So this, it will be not framed, but it will be completely done in 2 weeks when I see you guys again. So stay tuned for that. Fabric on this is, let me see, 40 count country mocha. Everything that I'm stitching on, it's 1/2. All right. Now this is the one that I mentioned at the very beginning of the video, Olivia at Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. She's working on this one and she's almost done, if not completely done. And this is Halloween at Hollyberry Farms by Stacy Nash. And I love it. I think it's so cute. I can't wait to get this one done. And my youngest daughter, she's she loves Halloween. So I'm actually thinking of doing like a Halloween gallery wall in her room. So I have a couple that I've ordered, other Halloween designs. I'll share that with you guys on my next video because I'm waiting for them to come in. But I'm thinking of doing that for her. So we'll see. I don't know how she'll react to it, but I'm doing it on 40 count weeks dye work. The fabric is Confederate gray, and I'm using the called for DMC. And what I've accomplished since the last time I saw you is I added the bird, I did the cross, and I added this bird right there. So again, I'm really thinking, because I'm about to be done with what remains, I'm thinking of maybe doing this as a 2-strand a day one instead of just doing it on the 13th, the 30th, or the 31st, whichever is happening at the end of the month. Because I do want this one, I think, to be done hopefully before October 31st. So that's Halloween at Hollyberry Farms. Oh, and this, again, I showed you guys this one last time, but this is the project bag my mom made me to go with my Halloween cross stitch that I'm doing, and I love it. This is the back, this is the inside, And I'm a lefty, so she did it to where I can use my left hand for zipping, which was very, very sweet of her. Okay. Next one is Plum Street Sampler, and I'm trying to see what fabric I used on it. I might just have to, oh, here we go. So this one's going to be 40 count, Weeks Dye Works, and it's linen hand dyed, and the color is beige. And if you guys saw me talking about this one, this is Sweetheart Hill, again from Plum Street Samplers. I wanted to do this for my husband and I. Our anniversary is actually this Friday, the 18th of August. We've been together for 24 years, 24 and a half years since high school, or high school sweethearts. And this Friday we're celebrating 17 years of marriage. So I will be, I'm using DMC called 4, but I will be changing up the gentleman here to make him look more like my husband. I might be changing the female, like her head part, maybe slightly. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to do that and chart it. And this is what I've gotten done since last time. So I did, where is it at? I did her whole dress right there, her shoes, so the outline of the dress, and started filling her in. And then I did this stem right there. So I know I'm not going to finish it, but if I can try and get this one done at least maybe this year, or obviously before next anniversary, that would be key. Get it done before our next anniversary. So, Sweetheart Hill. And let's see. I did not show this one to you guys last time because I had no update on it. And this one's Peace, Love, and Purpose. And it's Plum Street Sampler again. If you guys can tell, I love me some Plum Street and Stacy Nash. And this one I did all DMC, and I did it on a 46 count, and it's a mystery linen. I'm not sure the actual color. And I shared on my very first floss tube, I struggled with the 46 count, and I think it was just because it was late at night and I didn't have the proper lighting, but I think it's actually pretty simple. I'm thinking of actually doing some hauls that I have that I'll share with you guys towards the end. I might be doing them on a 46. So what I've done since the last time I shared it with you is I added this part of the flag. I did the entire flagpole, and then I did these leaves at the bottom. And I like how this one, because the count is so tiny, it's gonna make it small. It's like a little mini one. So I think it's gonna be super cute. So Peace, Love, and Purpose. All right. The next one is actually Samantha at Hickey Stitcher. She is doing a stitch along for this one, which is the Summer Quaker. If you guys haven't started the stitch along, I would highly recommend. I'm having so much fun on this one. I need to actually put more days into it. I've only given it 2 days, and they weren't even full days. So I definitely need to put this one more in my rotation. And the hashtag on this one is Live in the Sunshine Sal. And everything that, all the patterns that I can link, I'll put all of those in the description box for you guys. And all the stitch alongs, I'll put those hashtags for you guys too, so you can join in on the fun. So this one, I'm doing it on Not Another Sampler, and it's 40 count. And yeah, so let's show you what I've done. So since the last time, I've done the fish and I did the letter M. And this one is Bee Stitch Me. Yeah, by Bee Stitch Me. Sorry. All right, let's see. What else do I have? Every Opening Flower. This is another stitch along, and this is with Shiloh at X Stitch and Lindsay at Cat Fur and Crossstitch. So be sure to join in on this one. And this one I will say is one of my favorite. I've actually added a good amount of stitching on one of the motifs. So this is the Every Opening Flower by Brenda Gervais. And let's see, I am stitching this one on 40 count Bee Stitch Me, Not Another sampler fabric. So it's the same one that I'm doing the Summer Quaker on. All right, so since last time, what I've done is this entire wreath with the ribbon. I love it. It's so, so pretty. When I talked to you guys on my last video, I was thinking of working down this way and starting the Weeping Willow, which I think I might still do, but I wanted to do this and start on the Bumblebee as well. So that's the one that I chose to start with. So Every Opening Flower. And for this one, the stitch along is Every Opening Flower SAL. All right. The next one. So this one is my Mary Bars by Stacy Nash. And this one, I'm actually giving it 7 days. And when I spoke on my last video, I talked to you guys about the first 7 days of the month. Like I would just do this one. And I'll be honest, I didn't do it the entire 7 days. I've only given it 5 days. And the majority of the days, it was kind of like I started and then towards the end of the day, I went to something different. But I have made a lot of progress since my first video because I haven't shared it since then. So this one's on 36 count, hand-dyed espresso. And she's a biggie. So what I've done since the last video, excuse me guys, is I did all of the letters of the alphabet, and then I did all of the border going over to this side and dropping down. And then I added these 2 motifs. I love this one. If you want to see the finished product of this one, Carol at Saltbox Stitcher, she actually has this one behind her when she does her videoing for her FlossTube channel. It's stunning. I love it. So go check her out. And she just shared another video yesterday, I believe. And it's filled with so much inspiration, so many different stitches that I want to start, and she has tons of finished products. They're not framed. They're amazing. So go check her out if you're not watching her videos on FlossTube. All right, let's see. The next one I'm going to talk about is Hollyberry at Spring at Hollyberry Farms, and this is Stacy Nash, and I'm going to insert a photo because I don't have this one as a hard copy. This is another one that I messed up on, like crazy messed up on. So this is what I had the last time I talked to you guys on my last video. And I had started last week adding more to the border, and I was talking to my mother and I realized like the leaf wasn't matching in its proper place. and we found 2 mistakes, and then I was like, I'm pretty sure there's more, so I was like, I quit. No, I'm playing, I didn't quit. So she was like, just go to the other side or start at the top and just start over. So what I did is I just started over. So this is what I have with my new start for you guys. And let me see. I am using called for DMC, and the linen on this one is 40 count Newcastle summer khaki. And that's what I've redone so far. And this was like maybe it was an evening I started it, and then like the beginning half of a day. And I was like, okay, I think that's a good makeup for messing up on the other end. So, spring at Hollyberry, and this one is lovely. I'm kind of upset that I messed up on the other side because I wanted to start working on the kitty cat, but it's all good. I'll get to him eventually. All right, and then my last one that I'm sharing with you guys, and this one I'm also gonna insert a photo, and this is IA 1812, and I am doing this on a 40 count, and I think it's, it's cream Zweigart, and I've actually made a lot of progress on this one since the last time we spoke. So I've done this entire row here, I did this little border, I did this, everything below I have done. So you'll see there's tons of Algerian stitching, which I know not everyone's a fan of specialty stitches, but I actually think it's super fun. I love how bright and vibrant the colors are on this one. Typically I'm more of like a muted neutral gal, but it speaks to me. And if you saw in the photo that I input, like there's like some ducks down here, there's a big urn with like flowers over here. It's a beautiful sampler. So IA 1812. All right, let me go grab my 2 finishes and I will be right back. Guys, I am back. All right, so the next one I'm going to share, and this is a fully finished object, so FFO. I did it from Heartstring Samplery from this book, and I ended up going with this one right here, the Old Rose Pin Keeps. So that's the one I did. I used all the called for DMCs that she recommended, and I did the linen on R&R Reproduction Blend 40 count. And this is my finish. I think it's so darling. I love how tiny it is. They recommended to do it on 36 count, but I wanted it to be a little bit smaller. Here's the backing. So my mother, she sewed it. I stuffed it with polyfill. And then I did the whip stitch and I added the yarn all the way around. And actually, I think I did a really great job. Been getting a lot of practice on my whip stitching lately. So the Old Rose Pin Keep. So if you're trying to look for something quick and easy, I did this, it was pretty much a day, and it wasn't even a full day for me to stitch that one up. All right, so that's the first one. The next one, if you guys remember last time I had my floss tube video, I talked about my pig that I did when I was 12 years old. And my mom, I went to her house yesterday and she showed me how to lace, which I've never done before. And we went to Hobby Lobby. We got the poster frame foam board, or I don't know the exact wording of it. So we went and got that, and then she laced it for me after we ironed. And yeah, so I'm trying to, oh, I also, a ton of you guys, when you saw Wilbur, you were like, oh my goodness, like you either had that magazine or you seen it before, so you guys were able to tell me like what issue or time frame it was actually done. So what I did is I went onto eBay and I did a search, and I actually was able to buy all 3 of the magazines, and I'm trying to show. All right, so here is the one Wilbur's in. So Crossstitch and Country Crafts. And here is what he's supposed to look like. Isn't he so cute? I love his little curly tail. All right, and here is my finish. Guys, I cannot believe it. 20-something years in the making, 20+ something years in the making. So this frame was actually like a very light wood frame with white paint on it. I got it from TJ Maxx years ago, and it's a perfect fit for Mr. Wilbur, and I just stained it. I got some espresso stain, yeah, stained it and put him inside, and I think he's so cute. I love it. So I need to find a place to put him, but thank you guys for helping me find the actual magazine. And you guys even told me he had companions. So here's the cow, and then there's the ram/sheep. And when I went onto eBay and I got this one, I'm not going to open it, but I was able to get the other 2 magazines. So the sheep and the cow will eventually be stitched by me. And fun fact, my husband and I were looking to purchase maybe some land for the future where we can actually have like a little farm, and I think this will be perfect to stitch and put it in that, you know, that home that we eventually will build. So thank you guys again for telling me about his companions and where I can start for looking and getting them. So I appreciate that. So those are my 2 fully finished objects, FFOs. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hop into my haul. And I actually got some linen, and then I got tons of patterns. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is a stitch along that I will be doing with Lauren at the New Hampshire Stitcher. And we're actually starting it officially today. So I'm filming this on August 15th, but I'll be sharing this tomorrow on Wednesday. But feel free to join in. It's not like an official, you know, we don't have like a stop date, but the hashtag that we're going to be using is Pumpkin Please Autumn Sal. And we're going to be doing Plum Street Samplers Grace Doth Abound for fall, because I don't have anything fall besides my Halloween one. And I love the colors. They're neutral, but then those blue birds, they just pop out. So, so pretty. And I'll be using the called for DMCs on this one. And I'm trying to decide which fabric I want to use. So I have Picture This Plus Ale 40 count. So I have this one. And then the other one I have is the same as my early days, which is 40 count Picture This Plus fabric is Heartland. My gut is telling me to go with this one, that it's gonna make the colors that they do have pop more. So I think I'm gonna go with my gut, but stay tuned because I'm gonna start that one today actually. I already got all the DMC colors last week. The other linen that I got is, and I got this from the Stitching Corner. I love the fabric that they offer. They were actually pretty quick with shipping, and this is weak dye work, and it's straw, and it's on a 40 count. And this is the one I'm actually thinking of doing. I think, so this is GGR, and it's MJ 1810, and I shared this with you guys last time, and Lauren at New Hampshire Stitcher, she's starting BAP back to school sampler. I don't remember the actual hashtag. I'll put it in the description below. But in September 1st, she's starting where you like do a big sampler. So this is the one I'm going to be doing. And I thought the colors are so light that it would just bounce really well off of this darker color. So this is what I chose, and I'm hoping it works. So that's that one. Let's see. The next one is another GGR, and it's the color red. And on Thursdays, if you guys remember, the 3 Thursdays out of the month, I do red sampler day. So the first half of the day, I do the bunny sampler that I shared with you guys last time. And then I'm gonna add this one to my Thursday red sampler day. And I love this one. So I found it, and I think I got it off of, I want to say Stitch and Frog, but I don't think that's proper. That's not the right one. But I saw it, and I saw the donkey, and I was like, oh my goodness, I love that donkey. I'm going to be stitching this one. So I'm going to start down here in this corner, and then work my way up and go over. So this one I'm going to be using, so you could either do the called for color, I forgot which one it specifically was, or they gave you the DMC option. So I'm using the DMC option, which is 498. And my linen is going to be something bright and white, Newcastle linen 40 count. And I actually got this from Colorado Crossstitcher, Sheri, on her website, super fast. I think I ordered it maybe Thursday, Friday of last week, and I got it yesterday. So this is the linen I will be using. I will be doing this one on. I think it's going to be a perfect match. And my goal is is to have a red sampler wall in our home. I just think that would be stunning. So I'm excited to start stitching the red ones on Thursdays and making progress and starting to add to my collection. The next one that I got, if you guys will notice, another GGR. And this one is Ida Doretha Lambert's 1806. And I love all of the motifs. They are so beautiful. So pretty. Like this one right here, the vase, like it's fat and skinny, and then these juicy flowers. I'm obsessed. So I don't know when I'm going to start. I actually would love your guys' help on another sampler to start. So if you see one of these that you're loving, please let me know in comments, because I'm kind of like, I don't know. Another one I'm gonna, that I actually purchased is a Welsh sampler, Mary Griffiths 1873, another GGR. How stinking cute. I am obsessed with her and her little pot on her head. The birds are gorgeous. The colors are so vibrant. So here's another one I'm thinking of doing. Again, you guys can give me your way in. I would greatly appreciate it. The next one is a polka dot cow sampler, Ann Harding 1811, and you guessed it, GGR. GGR. Her samplers are so unique. So unique. Look at the polka dot cow. How could you not love this one? And like the little animals. Oh, it's so beautiful. You can see now why I'm having a hard time deciding what other sampler to start. I mean, I could start them all, but I don't know if that's a good idea. The next one is I think it's ATS 1871. GGR. GGR. How beautiful. It's just so unique. You got the lion, the animals, the trees, the birds. It's just so fun. I don't know what to do, guys. All right. I have 3 more hauls to share. It's a 17.99 Mother's Sampler, and this is Needlework Press. And I actually got this one off of Etsy. And when I saw it, I was like, this is so cute. It's like perfect for like a Mother's Day if you want to gift to your mom. And you can actually make like a little booklet or where is it at? A pin cushion. So this is another sampler that's kind of on my to-do list of should I do, should I not at the moment. And then this one, I think it's Beauty Dutch Sampler. It's written in Dutch, so I don't know the actual word, but it's amazing. You got the swan and it's babies, like come on. You got the birds and the flowers. You got the angels. I think it's stunning. I was talking to my mom yesterday and we were talking about maybe doing, me doing 28 count 1/1. But maybe I'll just do 46 count 1/2. I don't know. We were going to start something yesterday, but we actually did not. So, which is a shocker. Okay, so I am a part of a group on Facebook. It's Homespun. I recently joined a couple months ago, and I love this group. Everyone is so fun, super sweet. I love all that everyone shares within that Facebook group, and I'll put that in the description if you guys want to join in. But recently, Julie had a giveaway where you could comment on the post and you could win a pattern. So I was one of the winners out of tons of people that put in. So it's Jane Bowen, 1837 from Needlework Press. Look at that bunny. Look at the bunny. Oh, and you got the bumblebees, you got the butterflies, the big tree, Adam and Eve. Like, it is so pretty. You guys, I can see myself, like, I don't know. All I want to do is cross stitch. Is that all you want to do? All I want to do is cross stitch. So, love this one. So I definitely I will be starting that one, I'm pretty sure, because that one's not as big as the other samplers. If you do a 40 count, the width is almost 11, the height is 13.5. So I could even up it to a 46 and it would be a little bit smaller. So, and they give you all the call for DMCs. Yeah. So there's that. So that's all I have for cross stitching. So thank you so much for joining me on my cross stitching adventures. I'm still going to be continuing the video, but I'm actually going to show an embroidery item that I recently just finished for one of my customers. And if you guys watched my first floss tube video, I shared that I do embroidery in my small shop. So I have a website, nestofpetals.com. And lately I've been doing embroidery on clothing. So typically I'll do like little mini pillows where you can hang them. I'll do stockings, I'll do actual pillow covers with different verses or different floral designs. But recently this year, I've started creating my own embroidery designs, mostly floral. And I do sell them, but I also put them again on clothing. So this is one recently that I did. And this is on the ankles, the inside part of the jeans. So that's one side and then it goes into the other. But this is a close-up of what I did. So these are actually going to go in the mail no later than Friday because I'm actually doing a jacket for her as well. And I'll show the jacket for you guys on my next video because that one's not complete. And then this is the other side. So I don't think, I don't know if I really talked about, I've been doing embroidery for a long time, and I'm gonna start probably incorporating that into like the end of the videos. So you guys, if you want to continue to watch it, you can. But I've had my shop open, I think 5 years. But I've been stitching embroidery even prior to that. So I wanted to share that with you. Also, something else that I do is I knit. So I have tons of scarves that I've made. I made my youngest like a little cardigan when she was like 4 or 5 years old. I'll share that with you guys one day. But I also do quilting. And my mom's a big avid quilter. Again, my passion and my love for crafting, it's all stemmed from my mother, which I'm so thankful for. And the thing with quilting though, so I'll hand quilt it. I don't use the machine. She is saying that maybe we should convert over to the machine because hand quilting takes forever, which it does. And I do applique, and I've done a little bit of crocheting, but I rather knit than crochet. So years ago, this was probably maybe 8 years ago, we started this quilt together, and it was all applique. And I did all of my pieces, but I never put them actually like on the quilt, and I never sewed anything together. And my mom told me one day, she goes, well, you can have mine. I know, very thoughtful of her. She didn't have to do that, but she did. So she gave me hers, and a couple weeks ago, I gave her all of mine and my pieces that I had appliqued. I gave them to her so she could put the quilt together of what I had done. So I'm going to share with you the quilt that she pieced together for me, and this is what mine would have looked like if I had done mine fully. And again, I'm hand quilting it, I mean. So that's this quilt back here. And I don't remember the pattern. I'm gonna see if I can find it, and if I can, I'll insert a photo and I'll link it in the description for you. So when we chose the colors for this, we wanted it to be like vibrant, fun. We wanted it to be somewhat different on the back the back block. I'm so close to finishing this. I told my mom yesterday, I was like, I might just hand quilt it like an hour, 30 minutes every day so I can officially like finish this, because again, it's been a work in progress for at least 8+ years. So here is the quilt. And like, I'm not gonna be able to like show you all of it, but you'll get the gist of it. And what I've done to do the design for like the lines, I just have the ruler, I'm just making the lines with the pen or the pencil that erases when you wash it. So, and like this blue, it's so beautiful. I need to finish this, guys. Give me, cheer me on in comments and say you could do it or something. I really want to get this done by end of year. So when it's springtime, going into 2024, I can put it on my bed and fully enjoy it. It is a king size. And here is, let me see if I can find, I don't know where it's at, but like you can see, I still need to like quilt here. I'm going to do something super simple, and then I needed to do the binding still, which is the last thing, obviously. So that's my quilt, guys. I really want to thank you, and I hope you loved everything that I shared today. Thank you again for being here, and I'm looking forward to sharing more with you on my next floss tube. So I hope you tune into that, and I hope stitching is bringing you peace, joy, and happiness, and you guys are enjoying your summer, and even the end of summer as school has started back up. I did want to share Lilu. She did turn 1 on the 10th of August. I'll insert maybe some photos or something because she is sleeping. Surprisingly, her and Fresco, our ragdoll cat, they were very quiet this time, if you guys didn't notice that. So I'll insert some photos for you guys, but if you follow me on Instagram at Nest of Petals, or if you look at previous videos that I've uploaded, you'll see some videos of them there. But Lilu, again, she turned the big 1 on August 10th. Our youngest, she had her sweet 16th birthday on Sunday, the 13th of August. So we celebrated her this weekend. It was tons of fun. We went to one of her favorite sushi spots and had dinner. Very chill, low-key day, but it was so beautiful. She's such a beautiful soul. And again, this Friday is our anniversary. So I don't know. We're not going to do anything huge, probably dinner, and then just spend some quality time with one another. So thank you again for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Love y'all mucho and happy stitching. Till next time.